Springfield's pure classic rock. 104.7 The Cave.
Hey, what's going on? Mike the Intern. Good morning. It's Monday. Back in the studio. Today on the show, we're going to talk about final Black Sabbath show with Ozzy and the rest of the band in Birmingham in the summer. Eagles Sphere residency in Vegas has been extended. We're going to talk about new music from Santana and where you can see John Fogerty on the road this year. 6:30 and 7:30 morning spin. 55th anniversary of Let It Be this week. So we'll be playing that album front to back. Vote for your favorite song from it online, 1047thecave.com. I'll play your favorites on Friday, 6:20 and 8:20. Ned Reynolds on myself Talk Sports. 7:20, your keys to the kingdom for the Kansas City Chiefs. 7:45, Guitar Hero Worship. 8:25, 3 Degrees. I'm Mike the Intern. Then during the 9 o'clock hour, it is a much-needed kick in the ass from Ned Reynolds with our motivational morning. You can stream the show online, 1047thecave.com. From our 104.7 The Cave app, which we just redid and it looks great. If you have a smart device like an Amazon Echo or Google Home, you can ask it to play 104.7 The Cave. It'll do it. Or you can, just be a cool dude and listen to us on a radio, wherever you get a radio. Just like last night. Listen to the Blues destroy that entire game. Super stoked. Having dinner with the family, listening to it, and then which sucks, but it's a good run. Did the best they could. Morning, David. Hopefully you had a great weekend. All right, we're going to get really weird. That's so funny. All right. Sorry. Just all the Beatles lore, because they have so much, you get lost in it. Especially anytime I do a Beatles record for Morning Spin, I just start getting lost in the Beatles lore. ZZ Top on Springfield's Pure Classic Rock, 104.7 The Cave. Good morning, Mike the Intern, 6:28. It is 60 degrees in time for Morning Spin, brought to you by Greenlight Dispensary. They are on National here in Springfield. You can find them online, greenlightdispensary.com. This week, we are celebrating the 55th anniversary of Let It Be from the Beatles. Now, I had a bunch of options this week because they've re-released this album a million different ways, a million different times. You could play the original one. You've heard it 1,000 times, right? I've got the box set, the Super Deluxe. I didn't really want to bring all those records in. And there's just so many different versions. It's like when you get into those anthologies, you just get lost. There's like 15 different takes of the same song, and which one's better? There's just a slight difference. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, Let It Be Naked might be the one, just because it really is, I think, the closest to what they were trying to do. Now, I will say this at the beginning, because I have been vocal about Paul McCartney's, revisionists attitude to some of the stuff that they've redone in the last few years, different mixes, obviously updates to certain things that I was like, why did you do this? Well, it's because, 50 plus years ago, he had a fight with 3 other guys about how he wanted a certain thing, and he lost that fight. Well, now he's the one in control and can ultimately win that fight. And I think that's how this started, because originally, after Let It Be's fiasco, that bring in Phil Spector, who's trying to clean up the record after the Glenn Johns things falls apart. And he does what he does. He makes them big. He gives it that wall of sound, all this orchestration, because that's what Phil Spector does. Paul McCartney is like, what is this? And was not into it. So years later, early 2000s, Paul gets a chance to remix this entire record and call it, which the only bad thing about this is Let It Be Naked, which I don't know why they called it this, but it is as close to the original mix in their mind as they got it. So it's as bare bones rock and roll record as they could get it. And that's kind of what I'm going to try and feature this week. And we'll start off with the song from it that led off the original album. It's Two of Us on vinyl on 104.7 The Cave. That was a long one. All right. Weather was beautiful. You're absolutely right. And I felt like I never got an ounce of sleep this weekend. Either way, have a good one. If you need me, you know where to find me. I'm here till 10, 104.7 The Cave. See ya.
Springfield's pure classic rock. 104.7 The Cave.